the case there's a revolution, tell people you predicted. You were talking backstage, this is 16 years old, right? What's weird is that some of the predictions that you are just now happening, so it's pretty amazing. So I have a couple questions I want to ask before we get into, we're going to talk about the OLPC and where you're going with that. But I was talking to some of the other editors at Engadget, and we were wondering what you do during the day. Say, a typical day for Nicholas Negropante, are you teaching? Are you just sitting around brainstorming? Are you, give me a day in the life.
Well, the first thing I can tell you about the day is that no day is like the previous day. And at the Media Lab, there was a lot of travel. Probably my day was more corporate than you would imagine, dealing with sponsors, countries. The start of this project, it was nonstop travel. I was traveling 320 days a year, which is, a lot.
That's most
and
of
now it's more reflective. This has taken off. The Media Lab is established, if not establishment. And so the days are sort of perhaps more professorial and literary than they ever were before.
So brainstorm. I mean, do you think you've got more time now to concentrate on sort of these thinking about what's happening next?
Definitely, because at the peak, this project had 3,000 engineers. I mean, it was a very big project, and now it's got its momentum, and we're a much smaller group. We're like 10 people in Cambridge.
Right.
So it's very different.
So then we can expect some other revolutionary concepts coming out,
Okay.
coming from you in the very near future.
Well, we have to finish this one.
Right. So before we talk about the OLPC directly, I want to address a couple of your predictions, which I think are fairly interesting, and get your take on them. Most of them are pulled out of this book. This is one that I thought was interesting. You said by the year 2005, Americans will spend more time on the internet than watching network television, and video cassette rentals will have been replaced by easily available video on demand services. So that in 1995. So this is partly true, but not completely true. And I'm curious to know, we talk a lot on Engadget, we're sort of obsessed with what's happening with the telcos and the cable companies, and how they do seem to be throttling our ability to get at that kind of content. So I guess my question here is, the recent Nielsen study says that we watch 153 hours of television a month, which is up 1.2% from last year. And average American spends about 68 hours online a month. So do you feel like, is that going to shift? Is that going to flip-flop? Or, obviously that didn't happen in 2005, so.
Well, first of all, when looking at television 15 years ago was looking at television. Today, looking at television, it's kind of background. I see very few people actually just looking at television. They're doing something else, apparently. So your time isn't quite sliced the way it used to be. So when people count it, they're doing a little double counting. So if you add all these numbers up, it counts more than 24 hours in a day, which is obviously not true. So it's happening concurrently. And I think that you will see broadcast television as defined by something that's synchronous, that we all do at 9 p.m. It's virtually disappearing, except for elections and sports. Sports, there's a reason for it to happen synchronously. But that's about the only example. And video on demand, whether it's a Netflix that arrives in the mail or you've typed something, it's still on demand. And so,
but you don't think Netflix is like a kind of glorified version of Blockbuster?
It's not really, because it's closer to video on demand. It's just the video on demand systems, quite frankly, there wouldn't be a Netflix if it was easy to do it. If it was really easy at home to just get the movie electronically, whether it's over cable or telephone, doesn't matter, it would happen. But it's just not easy, and it doesn't happen, and the bandwidth is limited, and all sorts of reasons why doing it through Netflix is just fine for a while.
So you do feel it's a product of bandwidth limitations? Because it actually leads into another
prediction
I have from you, where you talk about